Looks like the day's over. Yes, all we have left on the itinerary is our team dinner. Right. Everyone, thanks for all you've done for me. I don't know how I can ever repay you. I know we didn't get to be teammates for very long, but I learned a lot. I couldn't be more grateful. Come on, Noel, we're the ones who owe you here. These last 3 months have really flown by, haven't they? Though it was only 2 in my case. I gotta say, the group ain't gonna be the same without you. You guys, this is hard enough as it is. I mean, there's still so much business left unfinished, like the cryptids and the fluoromographs. I'm really sorry to leave you all like this. I wanted to see it through to the end. Well, think of it this way. Our positions may differ when we wake up tomorrow, but we'll still be working for the good of Crossbell. That should soothe the patriot in you, though it may not sound so sincere coming from me. Wazy. Still, I'm holding out hope that you'll come back into our loving arms when all's said and done. After all, you are expected to have a bright and promising future, aren't you? Better off spending it with us instead of whittling your talents away in the CGF, one firefight after another. Cheeky to the last, aren't you? Some things never change. Suck-a-foo aside, he ain't totally wrong. The commander wouldn't have endorsed your transfer here if it weren't a good fit. That's right, we'd love to work with you again. You'll always have a home here, Noel. And even if things don't work out that way, we can still meet up as friends on our days off. I anticipate you teaching me the ways of the road someday. You should expect to hear from me the moment I reach the minimum age requirement. Aw, Tio, I loved to. Thank you, Noel. Between your driving, your combat skills, and the energy you brought to the team, you've been an invaluable member of the SSS. But above all, your unwavering integrity and candor have been an inspiration for each of us. Lloyd. Even if we're apart for now, we'll always be comrades. So if you ever need help at the CGF, we're only a phone call away. And naturally, we'll be counting on you when the going gets rough. Just the way we always have. Of course, I'd be glad to help. And so our leader worms his way into yet another fair maiden's heart. He can never last even a second without the spotlight, can he? Honestly. Looks like you got your work cut out for you, Mademoiselle Ellie. What does this have to do with me? What are you guys whispering about? Wait. Not like that, I swear. He thinks the lady doth protest too much. Is that a friendly rivalry I hear brewing? Now she just has to come back. Imagine Lloyd calling her Noe when she returns. Randy, Wazy? That's enough, you two. Hey Tio, what are they talking about? How you managed to pass the detective exam is beyond me. I'll just shut up now. That evening, Lloyd and the others held a farewell party for Noel at the restaurant in Central Square. Sergei, Kia, and even Zeet came by to attend. As they enjoyed their meals and drinks, the bittersweet night rolled along. And the next morning, Noel packed her bags and left the SSS building. We better see her off. Man, what time is it? Wait, it's already morning? Starving. What time did that pizzeria open again? Actually, I think they just started taking orders from the Orbital Net. I think I'll check up on that. Huh? What the? Who left all this garbage in the memory? Oh, wait, what even is this? A data structure? This isn't just any old data in here. What the heck? 2 days later. You're really gonna skip over Noel leaving? Like, the The one time where I want some dialogue and all that, you're gonna skip past that. I wanted to see the farewell. Come on. So 2 days later, the referendum to gauge the cross-Bellan public sentiments towards the state independence was held. That very same day, the results were announced. And after 1 week had come and gone, Crossbell was locked on a collision course with destiny. I feel like this is another thing. I wanted to talk to people about the independence thing and see, like, oh, are you going to vote for independence? Do you think it's a good idea? This would have been a nice little debate to see the townspeople give their opinions and see what direction we were going to go. Alrighty, Crossbell declares independence. The state election board has announced that over 90% of eligible voters submitted a ballot in the referendum, of which 70 were cast in favor of independence. Wow, that's a lot of people. This high voter turnout can be attributed to the anguish. All right. Regarding the results, gauge opinion on cross-Bellan relations. Unilaterally, Mayor Croy, Diet members. At a press conference, he declared independence. Outlined his upcoming reforms. First, creation of the state constitution, abolition of the state's subservient relationship, and repeal of the 10% tax revenue. And following those announcements, he said, enacting these changes within the next month. For the declaration itself, even those well versed in politics have been caught off guard at the abrupt move. There's another particular event. This is a much smaller event, but I'm waiting for one more thing to happen as well regarding the independence. Let's see. Both the imperial and republican governments issued statements. Queen Alicia. Oh, even Queen Alicia is basically admonishing them. While the holy city of Artir has opted against any formal statements. With the widespread uproar caused by the sudden announcement, many citizens are welcoming the change. Oh, another one. Ah, here it is. Mayor Croy declares the asset freeze. Held an emergency press conference at Orcus Tower announcing that all foreign assets held by the IPC would be frozen. This policy will remain in place until Crossbell's independence is acknowledged internationally. This is what I was waiting for. I want to see what happens in Crossbell when this happens. Sudden declaration seems to indicate that the mayor, who also happens to be IBC CEO, is willing to exert his influence on foreign economies despite lacking the domestic authority to do so. Due to the sudden nature of Croy's press conference, further details remain unknown. Alrighty. Already the impact has been immense. According to a new report, both Ereboni and Calvard have held press conferences regarding the financial crisis. Okay, they're demanding things. Mobilizing the army. Oh boy, here we go. Things are getting interesting. Things have gotten pretty serious. Yes, I wasn't expecting the situation to progress so quickly. I tried contacting Uncle Dieter to ask about it, but I haven't been able to reach him. Same applies to Chief Sergei. He has yet to return after departing for headquarters this morning. Could it be that he's investigating the newly established Defense Force? Probably so. After all, it came as a total shock. Not just for us, but the top brass too, or so I've been told. The heck's up with that? How could they not have known about it? What about Noel, Murray, and the rest of them? What are they up to? Unfortunately, they are also unable to get into contact with the CGF at the moment, or we are. I suspect they have chosen to remain silent due to the sheer volume of calls they are receiving. It's hard to blame them for that, but I doubt Erebonia and Calvard will hold their tongues, seeing as all their assets have been frozen. They made it clear that they're prepared to use force. I can only imagine how tense things are at the borders right now. This is probably, now that the assets have been frozen, I think one of the events that I've been waiting for is going to occur. Hopefully they don't take too long to do it. Sorry, Kia, this must seem so scary to you. It's okay, I can tell whatever's going on is serious. I've been wondering though, where's Wazy? I haven't seen him all morning. Now that you mention it, he said he needed to attend to some minor business. I believe it was moments after the chief departed. Huh, really? How irresponsible do you have to be to disappear at a time like this? Someone's at the door. Wonder who it is. Yes, who is it? Oh, thank goodness you're home. It's me, Cecile. Cecile? Coming from saying their farewells to Noel straight to this. I know. This is very unlike Trails. They would have dragged that out, for forever in the day. Oh, hi, Cecile. We weren't expecting you. Is everything all right? Not every day you drop in to see us like this. Apologize for visiting out of the blue. If I may ask, Arios wouldn't happen to have come by here, would he? Arios? No, not at all. Did something happen? Well, the thing is, he came to the hospital late last night and took Shizuku away with him. He even filed the paperwork to have her discharged effective immediately. What? He did? Shizuku? Went to the Bracer Guild to see if I could figure out why, but not even Michael Michel had an answer for me. Though it might be a long shot, but I decided to come to ask all of you just in case. Well, that's what brought you here. The heck's gotten into him all of a sudden. The fact that it all happened late at night makes it all the more dubious. Oh, I doubt it's the chief. He'd call your Enigma if he needed to reach us. Do you suppose it could have something to do with Arios? Yes, this is the Crossbell Police Special Support Section. Oh Lloyd, thank Adios I got a hold of you. Whoa. Someone must have left the phone on speaker mode. Grace, is that you? Who else has that kind of volume? Grace, what's wrong? Is everything okay? Of course not. Something's wrong, and I mean big time wrong. I had to tell you right away. We just got a bulletin in from Orcus Tower. You're not going to believe this. Dieter Croy has just been instated as the first president of the independent state of Crossbell. What? The first president? Uncle Dieter, and you're certain of this? Like heck she is. You trying to pull a fast one on us or something? Listen, I thought it was a joke too at first, but then I took a look at the soldier delivering the news. He was decked out in this fresh white uniform. That's when he told us he was part of the Crossbell's newly formed defense force. Really? A soldier? Wait, you can't mean... Yep, he's probably a CGF guardsman, or he was anyway. Also, don't freak out on me here, okay? But immediately after President Croy took his post, he nominated his Secretary of Defense. And it's Arios McLean. Huh? You mean... Arios? Arios don't have time for that. What? The presidential inauguration is just about to begin. They're broadcasting it via the Orbital Network, so make sure you tune in. Grace, we managed to get permission to cover the speech. Nice. Way to come in clutch, Reigns. Sorry guys, I've got a feature story waiting for me. Gotta go. This kind of reminds me of the Liberal arc a little bit. Just a little bit. Is this really happening? With, Cassius being second in command. Although, I guess Secretary of Defense isn't really like a general. Never mind. I don't even know anymore. Arios is the Secretary of Defense. Then that makes him the leader of this new defense force. Can we get a name for this defense force? Like, yeah, they're not just gonna call them DF. You're kidding me, right? What happened to being a bracer? And what the heck's all this about Dieter becoming president? Can't say either way, but we should watch his address on the terminal. On it. I think this might be the moment. One of the moments I've been waiting for. Good day, my fellow citizens. Today I speak to you as Dieter Croy, the first president of the independent state of Crossbell. I'm sure that many of you are surprised by the sudden announcement. Nevertheless, I ask that you bear with me. For at this very moment, an unprecedented threat is advancing upon our fair home of Crossbell. We are being cornered by wicked, malicious forces that aim to strip away our dignity and trample underfoot all that is just. As I'm sure you are all aware, less than a month ago, these forces attempted to sink Crossbell into the pit of despair and sorrow. Of course, the wise citizens of Crossbell already know who it is I am referring to. I would like to take this moment to finally incriminate these perpetrators by name. The Imperial Government of Erebonia. This is one of the malevolent forces I refer to. Ooh, calling them out by name. However, they are not the only criminals responsible for our plight. The Republican government of Calvard is just as guilty. They too have been making a mockery of our peace and honor while colluding with a known crime syndicate. For far too many years have they treated our Crossbell as theirs to control, a vassal subject to the whims of its lieges. Their lieges. No matter what injustices they commit, we are forbidden by law from defending ourselves. Even to this day, they exploit us through obscenely high taxes, siphoning away our prosperity as if it were their own. And yet their transgressions do not end there. We have reached a point where our very livelihoods are placed in jeopardy. It is well known that this land had served as a war zone time and again, as these two nations fought for control over us. Many would consider that strife a thing of the past, but that could not be further from the truth. Our state has suffered a number of inexplicable incidents over the last 70 years. They befell us in many forms: sudden explosions with no discernible cause, the mysterious fatal crash of one of our airships. And yet, while they appeared to be no more than accidents, deep down all of us knew the truth. These cruel, indiscriminate tragedies that left us with no answers to soothe our mourning. All of them were caused behind closed doors by our enemies' petty struggle for power. Oh no, our cool uncle is becoming a dictator. Nah, he's just trying to protect people, you know? However, when put before Adios, we Crossbellans are equally as sinful. The sins we carry are those of cowardice and self-deception. To avenge the countless fallen souls victimized by the crimes of times past, to avenge those in the present still nursing their wounds from the raid on our city, and to ensure our children grow up in a glorious future of peace and dignity. We must discard the sins of deception and cowardice and stand valiant and proud. This is ridiculous. Well, he does make a fair point in some respects. Dieter. It is with the intention of leading us to this bright tomorrow that I've taken office today. But rest assured, this is only a temporary measure to respond to the urgent threats on our horizon. I heretofore swear an oath that our next election will be decided by popular vote once peace is restored within our borders. With that, there is one other man I would like to introduce. He will play a key role in supporting the independent state of Crossbell. All of you here today will surely know him by name. Now, without further ado, I present to you the man who stood his ground with all of his might to defend Orcus Tower during the raid. Dubbed by many as the Divine Blade of Wind, he was formerly an A-rank bracer of the Bracer Guild's Crossbell branch. Now he stands as Commander-in-Chief of our newly established Crossbell Defense Force. Ladies and gentlemen, Arios McLean. To reiterate, I am Arios McLean. Some of you may have concerns over one as militarily inexperienced as myself assuming such an important position. However, to compensate, I pledge to give twice the effort I did as Bracer to suppress the dangers lying before us, both as the bulwark that protects Crossbell, and the blade that will slay anyone who stands in the way of our order and justice. As some of you are aware, Secretary McLean once served the Crossbell Police Department as one of its finest detectives, though most will know him better for the numerous international incidents he has resolved as a member of the Guild. With that in mind, I assure with the utmost authority that he will be the perfect man for this job. Father, I don't understand. Lloyd speaking. It's me. Chief, the inaugural address. Yeah, I saw it too. Right or wrong, the CGF appears to have reassembled into the Crossbell Defense Force. The police is going to be integrated into it as well. That includes all of us. No way. So Commander Bales is part of this too. You saw her up there next to McLean, didn't you? Looks to me like she approved its formation. I don't know what'll happen now, but I'd stay away from Orcus Tower. Those Defense Force soldiers are likely to be keeping it under strict watch. Darn it, understood. I'll call you again. Don't do anything rash, am I clear? What did the chief say? It was about the Defense Force. Oh, it explained things. I see. Darn it, you're telling me Sonia's just going along with this? Considering her position, it could be very well that she had no say in the matter. This would explain why Arios had Shizuku discharged from the hospital so suddenly. Oh, that makes sense. His new position would have impacted her situation. Safer to keep her away from anyone that opposes the new setup, yeah? It is hard to discount that line of reasoning after what we've just learned. Gonna be alright, Kia. I'm sure Arios is doing whatever he can to keep Shizuku safe. Yeah, I know, but still, I'm worried about her. Kia. Sorry, Cecile, but could we ask you to man the fort here for a bit? Lloyd? I have no qualms with it, so long as you don't stay out past evening. Are you going somewhere? Yeah. Listen up, team. I think our best course of action is to make our way to the Bracer Guild first and foremost. Yes, that would be wise. That will present a good opportunity to ask Arios about Arios' circumstances. No kidding, that came way the heck out of left field. I understand. I'll be here and watch the building with Kia. Situation has gotten quite dire, so please be safe out there. Don't do anything too reckless, okay? Yeah, we'll try. Thanks, Cecile. We'll be back as soon as we can. Be a good girl and stay here with Cecile, Kia. Oh. And Wazy's gone too? Kia? Kia? Grunting noises. Whoa. Kia, what's wrong? Yet things are looking pretty messy, but you don't need to come chasing us down. I know. Everything's gonna be alright, Kia. We may not know what the future has in store for Crossbell, but that won't change the fact that we'll always return to your side, Kia. Lloyd, that much is for certain. We always make it home, even on the roughest days, don't we? So sit tight. We'll be back before you know it, Kia. Ellie, Randy, Tio. Not in that order. Okay, be careful, everyone. Wazy has left the party. You give me his equipment back, though? Yes. Ooh. Interesting. Alright. I need give me like a... Okay, I have to redo equipment. So yeah, you lost 2 guys. I know this is pretty messed up. Pretty messed up. Let's see. Alright, so we're gonna give you the evergreen. Give you that. Give you that. I need to. Do I even have the money for this? Let's see. Their weapons are still here. Actually, I should not have equipped that. Ooh, I can get a 3. Oof, yours is gonna be giga expensive. You're fine. Do that. Need this. Okay. I'm giving you aid 3. You hit 3. Give you shield breaker. We have an extra attack 3. Seems like it. So attack 3. Oh, but that one's fire. I don't think I can slot that one. Yeah, 3 off. I'm gonna see if I can leave this city real quick. And possibly grind for... Okay. What about going into like a geofront? Excellent. Need a grind for 3 thingamabobbers. I think that was 3. Items. Nope, that was 2. Oh, hey. Zwei 2 penguin. And a scarf to stop explosions. Just kidding, wrong kind of penguin. Is that a Disgaea reference? I don't know what reference that is. Alright, I have enough now. And we want to give you an action 2. And this looks okay for now. We're going to upgrade your weapon. Let's give you the action 3. Oh. Let's get rid of this cast 2 on you. This to you. Let's move that. Move that. You mind 3. Cast there. Get rid of action. Give you an EP3. You an action 2. Everybody but you has action. I guess it's fine. Guessing that seal 2 is, yeah, gonna require that. I think that's going to be better than 10% chance to freeze. So, let's get rid of hit 2. Do that. That gives you breath. Guessing we need more water or Recuria. I have no one else to give the attack 3 to. I feel like I should get rid of Heaven's Eye. Maybe I give this. Maybe I give that to you. You're going to be entirely support. Let's see, we have that because of reasons. I guess we can get rid of cast. Oh, except that requires a 2 slot. Wasn't there an HP 3 that I had? Guess not. No, now that my party composition has changed, I'm gonna put in a Spirit Breaker. That should give me Recuria? No. I have 9. There, so maybe I need more wind. Detection. Detection also requires 2 slot. Sakafu, I'm not prepared for this. Life is hard. Alright, whatever. We don't need Lloyd to do giga damage. He is also a support dude. Okay, that's 3 wind. Alright, we'll rock with that. Keep the weapon equipped for now. You never know what you're going to encounter in the city. And Guliam. Let me equip that. Should have enough money for this. Range and speed, sure. The Dock Bringer. Go over here. I have my EP charges. Those were for detection, so I don't need those anymore. I did need ingenuity. Catfish. No idea what we're gonna get some catfish. Just need some jerky for that. Okay, let's save again. Check in with the testaments. Abbas is missing. The city's going wild about Croy becoming president, maybe a little too wild. He'll go check in on Serena Nugent. I can shop with you? Abbas wouldn't have left without a good reason. In the meantime, we're being asked to look after the bar, just like he asked. Abbas called a team meeting this morning to say he was leaving and that the rest of us are in charge of Trinity while he's away. He didn't tell us where he was heading though. What's going on? Abbas left. Could he be with Wazy? No idea, but what we have noticed is all those Defense Force soldiers hanging around town now. You don't think they were arrested, do you? I have a hard time believing Wazy and Abbas would ever make such a blunder. I know you're worried about your boss man, but you might want to take a step back and calm down. Yeah, you're right. The important thing is that we take care of the bar like Abbas asked. Oh. Oh. Well, I guess that's another way of getting... Oh, hey. Mistake. What's you guys? You know, how the rest of the Saber Vipers been? Okay, for the most part. Koki got hurt the worst, but even he regained consciousness. The others are getting discharged, so they'll be back in the downtown district soon. Probably take some time before we're up and running again, though. Still, I figure if I wait here long enough, they'll turn up eventually, right? Dino. Yeah, hopefully so. The music's not even playing anymore. Well, run around in the rubble right there. Guess if you didn't get all the treasure chests there before, you ain't getting them now. Ooh, you know what? I bet you if I went into that geofront... Sorry, everyone. Detour! Bet you there was some sort of... entrance or exit. Except I was fairly thorough when I was here. I have my doubts. That's all there is to this place. I don't see any ladders or anything like that that would lead me up to those other treasure chests. I have no idea how to get those. Almost ran into that enemy. I don't see any ladders or anything like that, so I'll move on with my life. Not that important that I get those treasure chests. It's just, you know, I've noticed them there. Pardon us. Sorry if we're interrupting. Well, look who the cat dragged in. Hey there, SSS. If you guys clenched any harder, you'd snap yourselves in two. Normally, I'd tell you to mind your own dang business, but there's no denying it today. Why would Arios just up and leave us? Still in shock. Never once did I suspect he'd do something like this. Suppose the only real hint was that he'd been visiting Orcus Tower more frequently lately. Right, I thought he was just going there to discuss the guild's game plans for the future. Instead, he was off rubbing elbows and shaking hands with his employer-to-be. Actually, that's what we came here to talk about. Is Arios still considered a member of the guild? No, he suddenly handed in his resignation last night, along with his bracer badge. In typical Arios fashion, he finished up all his requests just prior, even included an outline of how the guild should proceed going forward. As prepared as ever, Arios did always seem to be a methodical man. Still, his resigning without notice is more than just a minor inconvenience for us. What's more, he's been instated As the state's Secretary of Defense, the Commander-in-Chief of the newly formed Crossbell Defense Force. It terrifies me to think of what Erebonia's response to this will be, especially considering the message the government sent them by freezing their international assets. Right, Calvar's reaction will be no less frightening, you can be sure of that. Still, it's not like I don't understand the way Arios feels about this. Got? What's that supposed to mean? Well, Crossbellan blood runs through my veins just like his. Those inexplicable incidents mentioned in the address used to happen several times a year. That much is for a fact. I don't know what the truth is, but deep down, every citizen in the state suspects the Empire of the Republic is behind them. Well, to be fair, there haven't been any accidents like that in some time. I think the last was 5 years ago, the one Shizuku and Saya, Arios' wife, were caught up in. By accident, do you mean a truck explosion from half a decade ago? The prevailing theory is that the orbital engine malfunctioned, igniting flammable cargo on board, but it never did sit right. As a result of the accident, poor Saya lost her life and little Shizuku her sight. Well, that's how it happened, huh? We have heard small portions of the story already, but the entirety of it is hard to take in. That must be why Arios quit the CPD and took up the supporting gauntlet. I've come to know Arios quite well since he joined the guild. And yet, he never mentioned a word about the incident. It must have been weighing on him all these years. Taking that into account, I can see why he accepted such an important position. Michael Michel, forgive me for asking, but have you noticed anything suspicious about Arios' schedule up until now? Huh? What do you mean, Lloyd? Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force. A heavy responsibility like that isn't the sort of thing you just agree to on a whim. Wouldn't it make more sense if he had been laying the groundwork with the mayor, or rather President Croy, this entire time? This could go back further than we realize. The last few weeks, maybe even more. Michael Michel? That's Sai. Are you saying he's right? It's true that there were occasional conflicts of location in his reports. I figured they were just human error considering the absurd number of requests he was handling. Now that I think about it, he isn't the type to make those kinds of mistakes so carelessly. So each of those times, he was actually meeting with President Croy. That's a pretty safe assumption at this point. Honestly, Lloyd, your detective skills are so on the nose, it's almost scary. Thanks, though I'm sorry if I'm putting Arios in a bad light here. But while I'm at it, I may as well ask you another point-blank question. It's about the discrepancies between Arios' schedule and the locations he reported. Do you remember any instances of that from more than half a year ago? Why that far back specifically? Wouldn't that be even earlier than when Mr. Croy became mayor? Well, I doubt my memory is that good, but... Oh, you know, there was this one time. When exactly? It was the final day of the anniversary festival. He was supposed to travel to Remiferia on official guild business, but he suddenly canceled at the last second, and he couldn't even bother to notify us. Really? I pressed him on the issue once I finally caught wind of it, but all he told me was that he'd been too busy to make a report. Why do you ask, though? Do you think it could be related? I don't know about that. The anniversary festival is probably the busiest time of the year for us. It would be perfectly understandable to overlook a single report. Last day of the anniversary festival. That was the day of the auction. You think the two are connected? I don't know yet, but my gut is telling me they are. We've been so busy that we've let too many fine details pass us by. Sorry, I have to take this. Crossbell Police Department Special Support. Don't you mean Crossbell Defense Force Special Support Section? Is this who I think it is? Who could the mystery man on the phone possibly be? Guess right, and you could win yourself a grand prize. A shiny, brand new as a selector. I've had enough of your pointless shenanigans. What are you doing back in Crossbell? Oh, don't be like that. I thought we were pals. I know things have been going off the rails, but you can spare some time to chat in person, can't you? I'm sure it'll be worth your while. Fine, where do you want to meet? How about Crimson & Co., aka the former Ravache compound? Let's rendezvous at the Don's old office. The basement then, got it. See you there, buddy. Was that Sal? Has he come out of hiding? Did he contact us? He did contact us last time Randy went missing. Wait, seriously? I forgot about Sal. Oh, hey. It wasn't him. It was Captain Arundel, the Imperial Army. Hey, I was right. What? Him again? You were right to ask what he is doing coming back to Crossbell. Nothing good, that's for sure. He's got balls showing his face around here again. Said he wanted to speak with us at the old Ravache compound. Given his ties to the Red Constellation, we can't be too careful. Still, I think it's in our best interest to hear him out. Guess so. The risk is worth it. I do think we should fully prepare ourselves before going, though. You kids never slow down, do you? Sounds like you have a real piece of work on your hands. Lecter Arundel, the Intelligence Division. From what I hear, he's a thorn in just about everyone's sides. You can always call us if you end up needing backup. Lynn's right. We still have a debt to repay from the wetlands. We appreciate it. We'll be sure to get in touch if it comes to that. Arios. No Arios. No assignments for you, sucker. Oh, you know, I have not done anything with my tactics. Wait, where's Home Chick Slice? That was weird. That was weird. Ravache compound. I should go rest up. You know what? We can check Wazy's room. I'm asleep in your bed, sucker. It ain't your bed no more because you ain't here right now. Go see Chick Slice's room. Oh, yep. It's all cleared out. Go visit Kape. I think we got a bunch of pale salamanders. You can have one of those. Three. Nice. Though I really thought I had an HP 3. Let's give that to you. Alright, the Ravache building. There's no one posted here anymore. I imagine the department had the foresight to lock up the building before they left. In other words, our favorite fly on the wall probably picked the lock when he got here. Never mind that. We should head inside. Okay. Should be further ahead. Watch your step. It's about time to find out what this is all about. A little safety save here. This door is Lecter Arndell, captain of the Imperial Army's Intelligence Division. We have to be careful about what we do or say around him. Best that we be prepared before going in. Not be able to buy items, adjust equipment, or change your ordnance for some time. Beware that any outstanding support requests will expire as well. Ooh. Trying to think if I should mark here. I should mark here.